Hey, so this is the start of your first leg day that I sent you. So I'll just go over all the exercises. So first, put on your kbands. We're going to do another warm-up. If you feel like you've been getting stronger since the first month, you could try the red in the back and the green in the front, or try the greens. You're going to do the side to side shuffles again. Make sure you're getting really deep, sitting back on those heels. You're going to do 20 total. Just really every time you step out, really try and focus on pushing those knees out. So do 20 total, superset that with some jump squat hops, I guess is what these are. So you're going to hop out, squat down, just like that. So once again, every time that you're hopping out, make sure you're pushing those knees out. Okay, so you're going to do 3 sets of that. If you feel like you can do 4 sets, then by all means do 4 sets. We'll do this next exercise. You're going to grab a small plyo box. And sorry, I would, so keep your kbands on when you do these. I want these to be heavier, so you're going to grab, I would say, anywhere from a 30 to a 50-pound barbell. And I just want you to do some squats to the plyo box with them. You can even do this in the Smith machine, on the Smith machine if you want. So I want you to make sure your weight's in your heels and your knees aren't going over your toes. So I want you to really sit back and try to just barely tap the box. It's really just there to make sure you're getting low enough and that you don't fall back. But feel free to do it in the Smith machine. So the bar that's hooked to the machine, you can do it in there too if that makes you feel better, or a regular squat rack. You don't have to use a barbell, but these should be heavier. And I want you to get in 4 sets of, try to go to 15. The reps that I give you are just recommended amounts of reps. So really, I want you to adjust the weight that is best for that set of reps. So, for example, if you're like, oh gosh, I could do more than 15 reps with that weight, then obviously you should increase the weight. But if you can only make it to 12 with the weight you're at, that's okay. I just want you to stick close to those reps that I tell you to go to. So, all right, then the next one you're gonna do some walking lunges. So I would probably use, 25 to 30-pound barbell to start. So you're going to just make sure you're getting wide enough. I don't want to hit that, but you can just pick a walkway like in your gym, or if you're doing these at home, in your home, and you're just going to barely touch your knee as you walk and continue to go forward. So I want you to get low enough to where you can just barely touch your knee to the ground. Okay. So you'll do, I think I have you doing 4 sets of 20 with those. If you would like, you can do them in place. So you'll have the barbell on your back and you'll just be stepping back like that, okay? So with the lunge, just make sure that you are getting wide enough so that you feel when you're coming back up, most of your pressure's in your heel. That way you'll be activating your glutes more when you do that, and it'll be making sure that you're getting wide enough. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do, it's gonna be some deep pulsing squats. So grab your bar attachment, put on here. I'd probably set the weight anywhere from 50 to 70 pounds. And let me move this here so you can see. Just a little bit better of what I'm doing here. So your weight's going to be in your heels when you're doing these. So you want your center of gravity, you want to be pushing up through your heels. You should really be able to lift your toes as you're doing these. So keeping your arms straight the whole time, you're going to pulse and come back up. So I want you to go deep on these. So you're going to go below 90 degrees, pulse at the bottom, come back up, squeezing your glutes the whole time, pulse at the bottom, pushing through those heels, really squeezing those glutes the whole time. That's really, squeezing the glutes is really going to help to engage your glutes. So if you're not squeezing them, it's not going to work as well. Then you're going to superset it with some one-sided hops on the plyo box. So you're going to do 10 each leg. So 10 on this side, just like that, a little hop up, and then 10 on this side. Okay, then rest for a bit, do that again. So those two you're going to superset, 20, and then 10 each leg on those 4 sets. Then I think I skipped the order of these. Anyways, your next one you're going to do the hack squat. So I would probably grab 2 10-pound plates. You can do it with dumbbells too. I just kind of like holding the plates. You're going to do this with a more narrow stance, and you're going to touch the weight to the ground, come back up, touch the weight to the ground, come back up. Let me show you from the side. So you really want to be sitting back on those heels, okay? Just like that. Come back up, really sitting on those heels. Now, if this is not heavy enough, then do it with heavier weight. These are supposed to be heavy. So I would probably, I wouldn't do it with a 25-pound plate because those are too wide and you won't be able to get deep enough. So if you have to go heavier than 10s, do it with the dumbbells. I'll show you with some dumbbells. Try it with 25s or 20s to 25s if you need to go heavier. So you're going to squat down, come back up. Show you from the side. Squat down, come back up. Squat down, come back up. Once again, squeezing my glutes the whole time. So you really want to be sitting back in those heels, sitting back like you're sitting in a seat. So I think you're doing 15 or 10 of those. And then right after, you're going to superset it. If you're doing really heavy weight with that, you'll want to superset the jump squats with a lighter weight. If you're just doing the 10s, just keep the 10s. And you're going to do some jump squats right after. Okay? So superset the hack squats, the 10 hack squats with the 10 jump squats right after. You'll do a set of 4 of those. Then for your last exercise, you're going to be working your hamstrings. So I would either start with using 10s. You can go lighter. I think 10s is a good weight to start with, but I'll show you this. So you're going to get into kind of a lunge position, and we'll just do it with the 10s. Do it with heavier weight if you can. You can bring your feet in a little bit closer if you want. I want all the focus to be on this front leg. So you should go down and be able to push through this front heel. So as you go down, it's kind of like you're just going down to touch your toes and stretch out those hammies. Okay? So as you do these, you want to really feel a good stretch in this front leg's hamstrings and be pushing through that front heel. Keeping your chest up high. Go down, just like that. Really, I like to tense up this glute, this front glute as I'm working it. As I tense that up and push through this front foot's heel and kind of push my butt back, you're kind of hinging back like that. Okay, you should feel a good stretch in your hamstring. Okay, so just like that. Really squeezing your glute as you come back up. Okay, so you can even practice it without weight if you want to. So it's really just like you're doing a stretch. So I'm really just slightly bending this front leg. And you're just going down, pushing that butt back, keeping that chest up high, tensing up that glute and pushing through that front heel. And you should feel that in your front glute and in that hamstring. And then you'll switch and do the other side. Okay? So, while holding the weights, going down, going back up, going down. So you can go wider like that. You can also bring your foot in. It's the same thing. It's just really your focus needs to be on, all your focus is on this front leg. Okay, this one's just kind of here for support, this back one. All right, so just hinging back like that. Okay, just like you're going down to stretch. And as long as you're tensing up that glute and feeling it in your hamstrings, you're probably doing it right. Just keep practicing it. I know that all the hamstring exercises can be a little awkward at first, but just really try to focus on what you're trying to feel, and it's just kind of something you have to learn how your body responds to the exercise. So let me know if you have any questions about this first leg day. Okay, and just a couple more things. Once again, the reps that I give you are really just try to stick within those reps, but I would rather you go heavier and always be, almost hitting those reps than going too light every time and being able to do a lot more than the reps that I give you. So really try to push yourself. If you can do heavier weight, do heavier weight. even if you're like, oh, I could only make it to, 14 and you told me to go to 15, that's fine. I would much rather you do that than do a lighter weight and be able to go to 20 reps, okay? So heavier weight is good. If you can, stay within the rep ranges that I tell you, and do it with good form. So always be trying to perfect your form before, you increase the weight. But don't be scared to do heavier weight. That's what's really going to help you achieve that sculpted look, that those nice arms and those nice legs, is really trying to do these workouts with the heaviest weight possible with the best form, okay? And I know that that's a process, but and don't be afraid also if I'm telling you, do three sets of this. If you feel like you can do 4, great, do 4. 4 is usually always better than 3. 4 is usually, I always try and do 4 sets of an exercise as my minimum instead of 3. So with those band exercises, if you're starting to get really strong, increase the bands to the green or do an extra set of them. So it's all about challenging yourself. I give you recommendations of what I think is going to be best for you, but in the end, you know your body best. So if you're not challenging yourself, then increase the weight or increase the sets that I have you doing. You know your body better than I do, okay? So just always be challenging yourself with these. These workouts should always last you about an hour, okay? So, if you're getting done within a half an hour, then probably you need to either do more weight in your exercises so that you're really challenging yourself more and feeling it better, spending more time throughout the exercises, or maybe add a couple more sets of different exercises that may have been too easy. So, all right, so let me know if you have any questions, okay? Thanks.